and welcome back to Columbus for the Origins Summer Preview. I'm Eric Summerer here with Robert from Japnime Games.
Hello again.
We're looking at Naruto, a cooperative game, which has me interested right off the bat.
So, Naruto is a cooperative board game for 2 to 5 players. Games take about an hour.
Okay.
There's multiple levels of difficulty, so depending on how competitive you and your friends are, you might be able to bring that spirit to help you defeat the board. Essentially what the storyline is, and a little bit of a spoiler alert, if you're not fully up to date on Naruto, you might want to cover your ears for like 5 seconds, is you're essentially fighting against the Akatsuki, trying to stop them from summoning Geto-Maza.
Okay.
Geto-Maza is a large beast that gains power for every tailed beast he steals. Throughout the game, the bad guys, the Akatsuki, will be moving between numbered areas, and they spend 3 turns absorbing the tailed beast there. And if you want to play on an easier mode, they can take 4 turns absorbing the tailed beast. Each time, you and the rest of your ninja crew are going to go around trying to stop them. You'll fight traps, weak enemies, and basically various follies, like kind of encounter cards that can occur to you along the way.
Okay.
As you go, you'll gain experience. Each of your characters will gain more chakra, to which they can cast spells. They might gain a higher base attack power, things like that. And as they grow, theoretically the enemies will grow as well. So it's all about racing to stop them and making sacrifices when you must. So it's the kind of game where you're not going to get a perfect score.
Okay.
The goal is to get a win.
A win.
A win is a win.
Okay.
Whereas a perfect score is probably going to lead you down a dark path. Sometimes you have to make that decision where you go, you know what, we're never going to get to, let's say, the 8th spot. We got to let him take the 8-tailed beast.
Okay.
And so it's all about making sacrifices when you need to, working together, and rolling dice. So essentially characters, to explain the core mechanics, have a stat card. So if we look at Kakashi, Kakashi has, what is it called? 3 attack, 4 chakra, and a hand size of 4.
Okay.
So he would start the game with 4 there, 3 health base, and he would start with 4 cards in his hand.
Okay.
So I don't know if I shuffled this, but each of his cards, as you can see, has a cost to them, a chakra cost.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are blue, which makes them support cards. Some of them are red, which makes them specifically attack cards.
Gotcha.
And essentially, each of the characters has their different strengths and abilities. So when you're building a party, it's like building a party in an MMO. Mm-hmm. It's like building a party in a dungeon crawler. You got to
have strengths and build it so they work together.
Exactly. Kakashi is a support character. He's really, really good at manipulating the battlefield, copying your abilities, and so if you have a strong DPS character, he's great to pair with it. Whereas Sakura is a great character for healing. Her abilities remove stuns, remove paralysis, and she basically can keep the party going. Naruto is a DPS. He's got just tons of damage, high output, all that sort of thing. It's real fun game to play with your friends, especially if you're fans of the Naruto series, because all of the cards, everything from this game is done with a lot of love for the Naruto series.
Okay. How many choices of characters do we have in the box?
From the box, you can play as Sakura, Naruto, Rock Lee, Kakashi, Sai, Shikamaru.
Okay.
Yep. And more characters are planning on coming along the way. We have about 3 right now that are in the works that should come out relatively soon. But this is available now. It's the first release.
So this big bad's going to move around the board. He's sort of a timer. Can you slow down that timer?
Well, yes and no. So it's interesting. When you say you catch up with him here in the sands around here and you're fighting him here, and it's only, let's say, round 1. If you defeat him here, the round ends. It cycles all the way, and he immediately goes over to 2.
But he didn't get the beast that he was...
He did not get the beast, but now you're all left here, and you got to catch up to him there. So the game kind of forces the narrative of the show, because the narrative of the show, characters constantly fight people one-on-one.
Sure.
And it's always like, well, why don't y'all just gang up with him? Just like throw a sheet over his head and beat him up. Well, the game kind of shows you that, because if you all jump him here, you're kind of now just left here.
And now he's
Yeah.
unopposed, and you can't get over there fast
Right.
enough to catch him.
Because the Akatsuki are a network. They're everywhere.
This
And
just
so-
happens to be the force that's doing something right now.
Right, exactly.
How soon can we see this game?
This game is available now.
Right over there.
Yep, right over in the exhibit hall, over at the Japnime Games booth.
And available in distribution as well?
Available in distribution, yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Naruto.